What's going on, guys? Master Sunday, and oh my God. I mean, what a ridiculous final round finish to the tournament. Roy finding a way, and he tried so hard to give that thing away. He tried so hard to win it again, and just the ups and downs. I mean, the Masters always delivers, and Roy finally gets that monkey off his back, snaps the 10-year drought, wins a major, gets the career Grand Slam. So many things to talk about. Um, man, crazy, crazy Sunday. I guess you got to start with Roy. So I got a lot of crow I got to eat on this. I thought Bryson was going to walk him down. I thought Bryson was going to win this thing yesterday is what I said. And then to watch Roy on one have a double and give up his lead right off the back, I thought he was going to be shot at that point. Mentally, I was like, all right, like, here it is. Bryson's going to just take over from this point on. And then, but no, Bryson's the one that really starts to struggle and can't kind of find a way to get himself back into it. And then Roy, to his credit, puts together a good stretch and starts to pull away. I mean, he fires right back on three, goes driver, and almost puts it to about 100 yards out. Aggressive at the pin, approach shot, and then sinks a birdie putt, and then gets a birdie again on the par 3/4 and goes back up there. And I was like, all right, like he's rolling now. And birdies 9 and 10, and you're feeling like he's got this thing up 3 shots at that point. Then the bogey at 11, and you're still feeling okay. Like you're still feeling that he's got kind of the lead that he needs, because at that point, he still had a 3-shot lead, and Rose is kind of charging a little bit, but it still felt like he's got so much cushion. Then to have another double on 5 as Rose birdies and a 3-shot swing in a blink of an eye. And once again, he felt like he's giving it away. And they said it during the telecast that they've never been, that they don't remember there being a Sunday like this where there was just so many swings up and down from the guy in the leader who'd built up a lead that it felt like was easily going to be able to hold on, and then just an absolute crumble hole and just kind of fall up. But to go bogey, par, double bogey, bogey on 11, 12, 13, and 14, like, again, between his ears, you thought Roy was crushed. At least I did. I was like, there's no way he's going to be able to recover from this. And then he finds a way to do it. Like, it's unreal, the bounce back at that moment to then get a birdie on 15, par on 16, birdie on 17. And you're like, all right, like, all you need is a par on 18, and you're going to be fine. And you're thinking he's finally got this, and that everything is, that monkey's going to be off his back, and you think that he's finally going to snap this streak. And then he puts it in the sand, and you're still like, up and down, he's got this. To miss that putt on 18. Like, oh my soul started leaving my body, and I was like, this is going to be so devastating. This man's never going to play golf again. He had to take a few weeks off the last time he blew the Open, and I was like, he's never going to play golf again. Like, this is going to be absolutely devastating. And you go to a playoff with Rose, who's been just absolutely scorching hot to that point, and you're thinking, nah, he's in trouble. And to get in the playoff and to set yourself up with an opportunity and stare down, I mean, it was a pretty straightforward putt to win it, 4 feet or so. And yet, I mean, I was holding my breath. And I was like, I don't know, man. If he misses this, if he loses this, surely he can't blow this lead in this moment. And then to see it go in and to see him collapse and just immediately break down into tears, it was so poetic. It was so awesome and beautiful to watch. And it was such an incredible, profound moment knowing everything that he has been through in 10 years. This was a guy that was at the peak of his powers, 4 majors by 25 years old, and people were saying that he was going to be the next Tiger, that he was on a stretch, on a run at his age that we had the only other comparison was Tiger, and it was like, this guy's going to challenge to be the best golfer maybe ever. And then it just didn't happen for years. It just kept going and kept going. And then it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it became the elephant in the room that everyone knew and would have to ask about. And he'd have to ask questions answered. And he had to deal with it for every step of the way. And you just saw it weigh on him. And then you saw all that emotion come out after he made that putt. Oh my God, that was awesome. And then you see how much it means to him when he goes and hugs his family, and he's got his daughter there, Poppy, and he just got like that entire moment of everything coming out, everything that he has been through, wondering if this moment would ever happen for him again. After it came so easy early on in his career, to wait 10 years to finally get back. Awesome. To his credit, too, Rose had to fire a 66 on Sunday at the Masters is he had to do that to give himself a chance. I didn't think anyone other than, I thought maybe Patrick Reed would be able to make a run at it. I didn't think anyone else was really that close enough to make a push. And he played out of his mind to give himself a chance. And he had it down he had a chance. I mean, you go to a playoff, all you need is one hole. All you got to do is win one more thing. And to miss his birdie putt and to kind of leave it like that was tough. But I thought absolute class by Rose afterwards in the presser, and to kind of be able to swallow, because that's a tough moment for him. As much as the golfing world is there's a feeling of everyone wanted this for Roy. Obviously, Rose wanted to win this. He's devastated right now, but he handled the presser afterwards. He handled answering the questions with so much grace. It was very commendable the way that it kind of finished. So now the big question is, what comes next for Roy? And does this free him to play his best golf again? Does this allow him to be that golfer that can dominate the tour and go out and rattle off multiple wins? Or is this, the Masters win that Tiger kind of had, where it's just kind of the final note of a really good career, and for after this, he's just maybe kind of hanging around top 10s and contentions, but it's not really, anyone kind of expects him to go when you start a tournament to be the winner anymore. He's 35. You'd think, there used to be a time in golf where 35 was your prime. Now it feels like 25 is your prime. But I'm really curious if he can play free now, and if that is a better version of Roy, if he is able to now go rattle off multiple wins this year, if he's able to go compete for multiple majors and really make a second half push of his career, or if this is one where it's a great story, it's a great moment, and he continues to be around in tournaments and a storyline, but not a guy that's really consistently competing for titles. He's not going to rattle off the run that we just watched Scottie Scheffler do. I also have a weird thought on this too, that I've talked with a few golf people about. I'm curious if this is, in a weird world, one of the worst things that could happen for golf, because the biggest storyline in golf remains to be Tiger Woods and his health and when he'll come back and if he can play. Anytime Tiger plays, he's the story on everything. The second maybe biggest story, in my opinion, was kind of Roy being a heartbreak, lovable loser, a guy that got right to the finish line but could never quite get back over the hump, and everyone was invested in seeing him kind of do it. And that storyline's gone now. It was an incredible ride. It was an incredible journey, but it's over. And so is that, in a weird way, him winning today, was that bad for future storylines of golf? I don't know. I hope not. I think people are just really happy to see him win, and now it's, can he do it again? And there's other storylines that could be made from it. But just an incredible tournament, and the fortitude to be able to bounce back and to see. It is such a lonely moment out there when you're standing over a golf ball and it is just you, and after a bad shot, and your thoughts and your demons, and he exercised a bunch of them today. But to find moments to kind of bounce back after some horrible moments, and to find a way Really, really awesome. Very happy for him. Again, like I got a chance to meet him before. He was one of the nicest, most wholesome kind of professional athletes that I really had a chance to kind of be around. And he's a guy that you kind of cheer for, or at least you're happy that he can have this moment after he's had so many downs. So we'll see what happens next. That's the big takeaway. Incredible moment for golf. Incredible moment for him, for everyone. You saw kind of the support that he got once it was all finished. All the players giving him hugs and kind of knowing what this meant. Career Grand Slam now in the books for Roy. Now the question is, can he build off of this? Will this be something that propels him and kind of the freedom of knowing that he got one done where he can go win multiple ones? Or is this just going to be a really, really nice moment in what is an incredible career? I hope it's the first one. I hope he goes off and rattles off a bunch more wins, but time will tell. So we'll see what comes next.